I really enjoy goalie just because, I get in there, you make one big save and it can kind of inspire not only my defense, but, through all the lines from the midfield all the way down to the attack. You kind of build some momentum as going. I also like the idea of being a game changer, in those situations where the score is really close or we're tied. One big save can really turn the game around and kind of shoot in all different directions.
6 feet high, 6 feet wide. The lacrosse goal is a place that many up-and-coming lacrosse players choose to aim at, but not to defend. For UMass Lowell sophomore goalie Giles Ober, it was a position that came to him not out of desire, but out of necessity.
It wasn't as much a choice as it was a circumstance. I guess, the coaches would always ask guys to hop in cage in youth when I was in 6th and 7th grade. And it got to a point, as I grew older, I was the only guy who'd volunteer to do it, or really not involuntary volunteer to do it. But, eventually it kind of grew on me. It taught me a lot about poise, confidence, and, also how to possess a lot of leadership qualities that don't necessarily just help me on the field, but also off the field.
Some people may think that being a lacrosse goalie is all about keeping the ball out of the back of the net, but Ober explains that stopping shots is less than half of the battle.
A lot of people associate goalie with just making the stop, but that's really the bare basics. That's only about 40% of the game. The other 60% is about how well you're communicating with your team. I think a big part of it is also how well you're clearing the ball, how well you're moving it in transition and you're getting it into the attack's hands so they can possess it, score more goals for us. So it really is, a cluster of different aspects that go into it.
Even in a first-year program, Giles Ober is one of the newest faces on this Riverhawk team after transferring from Babson College. Arriving on campus midway through January, the Southborough, Mass native says that he needed to learn a lot on the fly, including his teammates and coaches.
I had never met any of these guys before. I was totally new. Brand new environment, and of course every coach that I've had in the past has had different methods, different ways of coaching their team, so that was something I had to adjust to. But in general, it was a really warm welcoming from everyone, not only the coaches but also my teammates. I think there's a really good group of guys. They're really positive, they show pretty good leadership skills, and I think as a group we're able to mature, and it's just been great getting out here with the guys and enjoying it.
In his first 5 games, Ober has impressed, averaging over 10 saves per contest. And his head coach has been happy with his play on the field and his attitude off of it.
Giles is a really, really hard worker. And that work ethic for a young squad is invaluable. I've just been thrilled. He's very aggressive. Just love the way he prepares and his mentality coming into games. He's really inspired our defense and vice versa.
With UMass Lowell playing their first season in Division I, this 2015 team is helping shape the foundation of the program. And that's something that Ober is proud to be a part of.
Not a lot of people get to experience something quite like this. A lot of guys who commit to go to these big D1 schools, of course, they've already had established programs for a while. We're one of 2 schools out of I think 70 or so Division I programs in the entire United States that are starting off new. So with that, of course, comes a lot of adversity, a lot of struggle, and certainly it gets frustrating at times all around. But I think it's a really cool experience, and you got to start somewhere. Why not start from the ground up, work your way up, and hopefully, we're hoping by 3 years from now we're a top-tier Division I program in our conference. We want to compete. We go out and compete every day, but we're hoping in the next 3 years or so we can compete for an American East Championship.